What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Big Dave, and y'all know what it is. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share the channel. It only helps it grow, you dig? And nigga trying to get monetized here, you know what it is. Well, I got two special guests, man. We got a beautiful topic today. Let's get it in. Would you like to introduce yourself, young lady?
Of course. DJ Shawnee D, LaShonda, for y'all that know me from work. How y'all doing? What up, though? And hey, real talk.
Hey, real talk. What up, my man? You made it again, bro. What up, Dame?
What up, though, Big Dave? It's your boy Dame D from the What Up, Though show. Let's get it. I'm ready to talk about this conversation.
Real talk. You know what I'm saying, Dame? Tell them what the topic is today. Let's set the world on fire right now.
Well, I think we're going to be talking about. Give me 1 second. My bad, Dave. I'm making sure the audio and everything is coming in.
Man, that's all good.
So we live and we good. So
let me take over.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, LaShawn. What's the conversation?
How much pillow talk becomes too much?
Because
we know it can become dangerous, and nowadays we're seeing where men are beating up and killing the woman and the new guy, and vice versa.
Man.
So how much pillow talking or talking about your ex to your new boo is really too much?
Well, damn. Let's get into this topic. Y'all know what it is. Let's talk some real talk. We're gonna get into this. I believe when you start to enter a new relationship, and when you get into a new relationship, sometimes you start to talk a little too much. You talk too much. Remember that song?
You never shut up.
You talk too much.
Oh boy, you never shut
up. But then, sometimes you just talk a little too much, and sometimes you don't have to do all that to get the cookie if that's what you're going for. If you're trying to get the penile, you ain't got to do all that. You dig? I just think sometimes we all have went a little too far, and we all have did it. And some people use it to start controversy, and some people feel hurt the reason they talk about it. What you think about it, young lady?
Well, I've actually been guilty of this myself. Just, thinking I'm being honest and upfront with my new guy about what I have been through. And it was really kind of used against me because I've had a situation where I've met, ran into the ex with the new boo. And they done got into like an argument about, yeah, I know this about you, and that's my fault. I know better, but just trying to be honest and upfront. But silence, all information can be used against you in a court of law on the street.
well, Dane, what you think about this topic we're talking about?
Man, this is a great conversation, a great topic. We all been there. We've all done pillow talk. You know what I mean? And sometimes, like I said, we've all been there. We don't been in situations where we in a new thing with our new boo. And we get to pillow talking. And we might get to talking about things that our ex didn't do right, or what she didn't do, or just things about the relationship. So we all, like I said, been there, and we may have, talked about things that we shouldn't have talked about. You know what I mean? Sometimes things may go a little bit too far. You may discuss a little bit too much with your new thing about your old thing. You know what I mean? And things can get a little confrontational if the two of them meet up. You know what I mean? So,
hey, I got exactly what you mean. Don't mean to cut you off, bro.
Yeah, no, you good.
At the end of the day, y'all, if y'all want to talk about this, y'all join us. Let's talk about it. If somebody got a situation they haven't been in, let's talk about it. Because I got a story to tell. It's a sidebar. You did. I know a guy that had the attitude. You know what I'm saying? He paid the bills. He got he paid the bills to be the cost to be the boss. I might have said that wrong, y'all, but he paid.
We've been saying,
and but then at the end of the day, he paid the cost to be the boss. You did. And he feel he can do what he wants. He's been cheating on his ex for a very long time, and she finally woke up and got tired. But the girl that he was cheating with her with, he been dealing with for 2, 3 years. Now, when we had this conversation, I told him it was dead wrong because I ain't nobody's yes man. I'm gonna tell you what it is, and I told him it was wrong. Now he got 3 kids by this other woman, and or two, one or the other. But I tell you this, he been talking so bad about her to the other woman. One day they had an incident. One day they had a one day they had an incident, and the incident was he had supposed to pick up his children, and he was mad because she finally started to date someone else. And he didn't like it. It was okay when he was cheating on her, being the cheater he was. It was all good. You see what I'm saying? And then when she finally woke up and found her friend, now he want to act funny. And she had to be to work at a certain time. And he decided to tell her he's going to be way after the time she's supposed to be at work. So she said, damn, that this is a new job. She said, fuck that. She went over her friend. She went to where she knew the kid father was, and she dropped them kids off. And when she dropped them kids off, it turned to a dangerous situation because the ex he been talking with and laying with decided to make a phone call and decided to go up to her job and start a war and jump on her and cause a ruckus at her place of business where she work at. Now, what y'all think about that? Now, that's going a little too damn far.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm sorry. I'm from, the 80s, 90s, 2000s. And men didn't talk about women shit. They just didn't. And so it still kind of, befuddles me when men get in women's shit. That's so bitch like to me. If you really about your shit, if you really a real man, then what your ex is doing is not a concern to you. If you are going overboard talking about her, that's going to raise red flags to me because I'm going to be like, why are you still talking about it? I have been, I'm still friends with all of my exes but one. And if I comment on one of them, 8 years we were together, if I comment on one of his pictures, his wife is calling him at work, like, what, you talking to her? You got something to say to her? But see, that's her thing, not mine. So I'm not going to get involved because I've done nothing. We are friends. And if she's upset about it and wants to come at me wrong, she has called my phone, but I've ignored her because I have nothing to talk to you about. Your conversation is with your man. And if he's telling you about me or you've heard my name before, we still have nothing to talk about. So you shouldn't even be approaching me about shit.
Cardi B said she had turned that bitch into your favorite ex.
Hey, why are you calling me?
What's up?
I ain't got no info for you.
What up?
Listen, the topic of the conversation is, is too much pillow talk, too much. Like I said in the beginning, we've all been there, and I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I see Timothy Cook made a comment. Timothy, we're talking about how
Timothy.
how much pillow talk is too much. We've all been there. We all been in situations where we don't been in a relationship, and you may be on the end of a relationship and meeting somebody new, and you may be with your new thing, just sitting up, chopping it up, laying in the bed. You can go ahead and moderate and read the comments off of Sean. But we've all been there before, Timothy. You know what I mean? So I need for you guys to interact with us. Let us know if you don't put out too much information to your new thing, to your old thing. Pillow talk, we've all been there. So you got to kind of be discreet, and really not put out, too much information to your new thing because she's gonna be looking at you like, I may be in a situation.
Well, shit, bro, that's us three. Let's get into a real conversation that we was having earlier today, and let's just talk straight up about this shit to each other because we need to let people know how people get down. Because at the end of the day, some people like to start shit. Now, LaShawn, I don't know how you feel or Dane, how you feel about it. I just think some guys, when they meet certain females, they usually are the listeners. And females, when they meet a guy, I think that's just my opinion. I think they start giving the guy the blueprint how to play him because they start telling all their business to that guy because they hanging out with him, they like him, and they start to tell things they shouldn't tell, and they show that guy how to play him.
Well, let me say this, and I said this earlier, Dave.
Let's get real. Let's get real.
When a female is pillow talking, she's gonna say shit about her ex to the new guy that she would want this new nigga to do. You know what I mean? Like, my last nigga, he didn't do this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? So she'll throw around dry hints on, what the last nigga didn't do. Right. So therefore, when the new nigga that she pillow talking with, he'll, she putting them ideas in his head. So we all play those type of games. So I'm gonna ask you, since you a female this time, do females do that with men? You know what I mean?
And be real.
Yeah, just keep it real.
I'm gonna be real.
Be real as hell.
I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I do think that there's manipulation on both parts. And women tell things to their new boo, like, yeah, he used to put his hands on me, or he used to, cheat on me all the time. So
or that nigga bold.
But what women have to realize is that you are giving permissions, because that man may be the kind of Negro that'll be like, oh, well, she been hit before. So I hit her. You know what I mean? If I need to smack her a couple times, she used to it, or she been cheated on before. So sometimes you can't tell too much information. If you want a new standard in your life, then you have to be that. Now you have to show that, and you have to be that. Talking about your past is only going to make it reoccurring.
I mean, let's get real with it, LaShawn.
Yeah.
You said the key word. If you bring up the past, you're looking for a problem.
Yeah.
See, because that has nothing to do with the new person that you with. But a lot of people, let's just get real with it. All this stuff that we see with people that can't handle rejection is because they get with somebody and they hit it off good. They start having a lot of fun. They in the bed. They doing everything together. The minute the other person say they don't want to do it no more, it turns to a problem.
Well,
See, and that's why you got to quit letting guys in the home with your children.
I don't know. Listen, you women have women's intuition. I want to defend my sisters.
Okay.
So most of the time when we pick a man, we like him and we romanticize it. We may not see what it really is all the time. But ladies, we done being honest with these niggas, like, because listen, 10 years ago I was a different person than I am. So I could tell a guy what I want today. It doesn't mean that that's what I was, or that's what I'm showing him that I want. That's the problem. You got to be what you want. So if you stop telling them all your business, stop going in depth about what you have been through, because he really don't want to hear that shit. He really don't. He trying to get in there. If he likes you, he gonna be there regardless.
His mind is made up.
If he like you, he gonna be there regardless, and he gonna do everything he can not to be who you have been. But if you got to do a lot of explaining, and then if he doing the exact shit that you told him you've been through, then that should be your hint right there.
Dang, get up in here.
Yeah, man. Like I said, at the end of the day, and I want to address what LaShawn had said about women's intuition. Do you think women's intuition can be wrong sometimes?
Yes.
Because I get blamed, and I get
treading on water, bro.
Yeah, I get blamed for shit that I'm not doing because of women's intuition. You know what I mean? So. And this probably don't have nothing to do with pillow talking.
It's cool.
Yeah, let's talk about, for
we talking about it all.
Yeah,
we putting all this
intuition, and fellas, like, and I'll ask you this question. Do you think when you have that women's intuition, do you think that you're 90% right, or like how do you judge your women's intuition? Do you think you're always right, or or is it, what signs do you get to be able to get, or feel that type of way about your intuition?
I'm gonna say that my woman's intuition, my gut is going to has never really lied. It is really just about my response to it. Sometimes when I really like a guy, I overlook things that my guy, I romanticize things because I really like this guy. So I will pray to God, like, God, please let him be the one. But the thing about it is, I'm not trusting my gut all the way, because the man that is God sent, you don't have to ask God for him.
I mean,
because God sent them to you.
That's just real talk. That's just real talk. Don't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
That's just real talk, because at the end of the day, stuff just happens. You can the one you thought you had the perfect one, she can leave, or you can leave her, and you hurt. And maybe a month or two or a year or two, it seems like sometimes an angel always falls into your arms. Now I don't know what to say for a woman, but for a man, an angel always falls into your arms. It's up to you to mess it up or fuck it up. Nah, let's be real. A lot of women run guys away, and I'm trying to find out, when they have a good guy, why the fuck do they find a reason to run the nigga away? Because he ain't doing certain things like the other nigga was, or you think he bold and bad? What the? Why y'all run him away?
Don't say those words.
Before you say this,
ladies, I got you. Don't worry about it.
Man, I want to know.
Hey, could it be the mindset of the black woman
what is
of
it? Why is
today?
you running them away?
Ladies, don't worry about it.
Why you running away?
Look, we got a few people here watching. We need for you guys to
why you running?
comment, subscribe, and share to the channel.
Hey, Al, who is this? Let me see. This I can't see. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get back with y'all.
She need that glasses game. She need that glasses game.
I had too many red
SBS, baby.
Yes, but let me just say this.
I appreciate y'all, though. Keep coming in. Subscribe, like, and share the channel.
You can't give the woman the ammo to use against you. I think that men talking about their exes too much, and she didn't do me right, and she didn't treat me, she didn't want me to see my kids. Shut the fuck up. That's some bitch ass Negro shit. You know what I mean? You should not even be involved in woman stuff. Stop that. You know? So I feel like, don't give her the ammo and then be mad when the rabbit got the gun. You can't. So stop talking. And women too. Women feel like, yeah, he used to do this to me, and I was such a good woman, and I used to cook for him and wash his clothes already. Well, then you kind of coming off as a victim. So you can't be mad when a Negro treats you like a victim, because you didn't gave him the script on how to treat you and what you'll put up with. Especially when women got kids by this Negro that did her wrong. So you didn't gave him everything, your womb, everything, and he was treating you like that. So why would I treat you any better?
I'm finna set something on fire here, and I want Dane to cut in. Dane, don't be shy, brother.
I'm just
I know the What Up Dope show.
You
do your thing. No, man, read your comments and put them out there. Because I ain't playing with them, Dane.
Look. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, I'm gonna add my last little few comments. We're all guilty of pillow talking. We've all done it. At the end of the day, I advise every man, and every woman, don't come into a new relationship, especially if this is a woman that you plan on being with. And I can see if it's just a quick fuck, or somebody that you just knock it off. You know what I mean?
That's way too much information.
Yeah, exactly.
You shouldn't be talking that deep.
Right. So, but if it's somebody that you planning on being in a relationship and you like this woman, do not sit up and pillow talk with this woman.
And women, y'all got a habit when y'all get with guys and you think you got the one, and you think because he knocking it out the park in the beginning, you think you got something special, and y'all start knocking the other nigga that did everything for you.
First of all, stop thinking you knocked it out the park. Stop.
And I didn't say that, but some women act like that.
No, but because they like you.
Okay.
Don't give yourself superhero status.
Oh, what?
No, don't. Because a woman has given peace
of
her heart.
Well, tell me this.
You.
Why women favorite line when they have a baby by you? They think they have more right than the daddy because because you carried the baby for 9 months. Why do women think that they are in charge? that the father don't even exist. Like they squoze their body tight and appeared a baby in there. Wait, like it wasn't no one to help.
You act like you didn't fertilize the egg, nigga.
I know I did, but some women act like they ain't getting the fertilizer from the guy. What the hell?
What? You have shit really distorted, and you too old for this shit. For
I ain't liking this shit.
Well, but stop giving yourself superhero status. What in you brought that out of that woman? Because most women come to love you. They come to be with you and to give you what you need. But sometimes men can bring shit out of you that you never knew was there. So I need for you to stop starting your story
what you got to say
with women. And I need you to start from the beginning of the story. Once upon a time, niggas made women monsters. And now they Frankenstein.
What? Oh, so women want to play the damn victim.
Now, there are a lot of things that men expect for women to know.
Okay.
You expect for her, well, she knew it wasn't nothing. I was just coming over her house 4 times a week, fucking her raw, and she didn't know that I didn't love her or that I had a woman at home and I was gonna never leave my wife. How would she know that?
Okay, well, I'm gonna get some real props there,
all right,
young lady.
Let's go.
This is what I feel. This is what the hell I feel.
Yeah.
All this shit with these Valentine's Day, sweetest day for the men, all this bullshit. Valentine's Day, birthdays, all that shit is every day. If you treat a person the way they need to be treated, and they treat you that way.
But you're talking about a person
no, I'm just saying.
Who is sane and not broken,
I'm just saying.
And not been through shit.
They can have that every day. And women so fucked up on one day, they fuck up the whole party.
I just think that men.
I don't want to give you roses and chocolate, not cutting you off. I don't want to give you roses and chocolate every day you wake up because you make me feel good.
But then I got
because you make me happy.
Talking. If you talking to me about your ex, I'm gonna think you still love that bitch.
You talk too much.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I need for you to stop talking about her so much. If you done, you done. When I'm done with some shit, I ain't got shit to say about it. Matter of fact, it don't exist.
I think men are guilty. Go ahead.
Yeah, and men are definitely guilty. We are guilty. Like I was saying in the beginning, pillow talk is nothing more than a man and a woman trying to set up the person that they're pillow talking with, in a future relationship, about what their ex didn't do. You may be like, well, she didn't suck my dick. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't like that about her. So you kind of like dry hitting to your new girl. You see what I'm saying?
So that's why they go to Becky because the blacks ain't doing it.
Because she didn't give you head enough.
Yeah, no, I'm just. But
that's saying. What you telling to give the new girl a hint. Yeah, you want more head.
And pretty much that's what a lot of dry talking is. You telling them.
Trying to plead your case.
Yeah, you telling the new person about the bad things that happen and the things that you didn't like in your last relationship. So pretty much you just trying to get her ready prepare for the new relationship.
What you about to give her?
Right.
Which is the same bullshit that you got.
But listen, you trying to prepare her.
And it may not be bullshit. It may just be, what you
First of all, if you are dating somebody outside of your woman, it's going to be bullshit. If you don't have any plans on leaving your woman, then everything you are telling this bitch is bullshit.
Well, actually,
and I'm not saying, and I'm not defending her.
That's called having your cake and eating it
But
too.
what I need for you to do is only be honest. That's all you got to do. Like, I'm not talking about the niggas that lie and say they single and they not. I'm talking about you that's like, hey, I got a woman. I'm never going to leave her. Then why are you talking about your wife
to her? In situations like that, you shouldn't be pillow talking. Anyway, that's just
and that's why it's called you talk too damn much.
And that's why it's called bitch ass.
Hey, remember Richie on Harlem Nights? Sunshine. I mean, what was the chick named Honey? Whatever.
Yeah, Sunshine.
Hey man, what up? What up? Hey, Real Talk with Big Dave. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share the channel. It only helps the channel grow. What up? Hey, listen, we ain't getting on them, bro. We ain't playing with them. We ain't holding back. Yeah, it's one female defending the females, but I'm on a, But like I said, man, remember Richie? That motherfucker, Sunshine turned him out. So he called the house and told the daughter Tell your mama I ain't never coming home. Now can't nobody do that to me.
Now I want to ask you this question, Ashan. Now,
Yeah.
have you ever pillow talk with your?
Yes.
Okay, so those are.
I have.
Yeah.
I'm taking responsibility.
Okay, so.
But what I'm not gonna do is allow y'all to just put it on women like it's just women.
No, and I'm not putting it on just women.
talk
Yeah,
a lot
we do
too.
Yeah.
And how many times have men said to women, know they're married, and they go, well, I'm not happy. And she don't give me this, and she don't do this for me, and I gotta sit outside in my car in the driveway for half an hour before I go in. Why are you telling her that? My rule is, if you are married and you are not going to, or even if you're committed and you're not going to leave your woman and you just playing around, then you shouldn't be with that bitch more than 3 months. Get rid of her after that.
Real.
Because anything after that is, you better.
What up? What up? Yeah. Real talk. Hey, let me ask the question. You was about to say something, Dan?
No, I was going to say, hey, look, if y'all not subscribed to the channel, make sure you go over there and hit that subscribe button and make sure that you like and then you share to make sure that we get in the algorithm. Dave is over here putting out great content, so make sure you support him. It's free to hit that like, subscribe, and share button. It don't cost a thing.
Hey, good looking, bro. Hey, look, D, the question is, LaShawn, that I have a problem with women too and it's not a lot with women because it's us, we mess up too, we do dumb shit too. But I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm only talking about experiences. Why do women want to give a nigga a job? See, if I'm visiting your home or you visiting my home, don't expect because I'm a man, I'm responsible for your garbage, your snow, your fucking grass. Don't give me a job because at the end of the motherfucking day, if we're doing the right thing for each other and we loving each other and having the fun that we want with each other, we know what fucking needs to be did. I ain't gonna give you a job. I ain't gonna say you got to get up and cook me grits and eggs, and you might not can't even cook eggs because 80% of women can't even cook a damn egg. And I ain't knocking y'all women because I know some that's chefs out of this motherfucking world. And I ain't knocking y'all. Don't take it the wrong way. Let's get real though. It's real talk with Big Dave. You see?
Well, I'm gonna talk from a woman's perspective.
Okay.
First of all, don't come over my house and expect anything from me unless you are willing to give extra to show intent. If you see my garbage needs to be taken out, if you don't take my garbage, then nigga, fuck you. You can't have no biscuits. You can't have no grits, no gravy, none of that. You can't have none of that.
But this is what I want to know. No. Why is it my responsibility? I'm not saying I wouldn't do that. What I'm saying is a female problem is why they run a lot of black men away and then they say there ain't no black man left because they went to Becky. The reason they going to fucking Becky is because black women are too fucking demanding. If I come over your home and we liking each other, we loving each other, we doing what we supposed to do for one another, I know what needs to be done. I don't need you to act like because I didn't take it out that night that I'm saying fuck you. Don't give me a job.
I agree with that. But if I see that I have some garbage that needs to go outside, and when you leave to go to your house, you got to pass right by the garbage, and you didn't. And you didn't think to take my garbage out.
And I'm not saying.
I will remind you because what I am doing is showing you how to treat me. It isn't that you have to take out my garbage, but I don't have to do shit for you extra either. And if at least you don't take out my garbage when you walk by it, then
I think situations like that, it shows what type of nigga you dealing with.
Real talk.
This nigga see that you
real talk,
and he just got through fucking you, and he just walked right past your
real talk.
You see what I'm saying? That means that he don't give a fuck about you or
but guess what?
He was there for the pussy.
Well, guess what, women? This is what I said. Have him take out the garbage before he get the pussy. How about that?
There you go.
Okay, I mean, all that's fine. I ain't knocking that, but I'm talking about how women will run a nigga away and then get with a new nigga and had the audacity to pillow talk with this nigga like you was a bad nigga when she ain't telling her the real truth, that she ran your ass away because she was too fucking controlling and demanding. See, a guy can wake up in a woman's home and give her everything she wants. He can shovel the snow. He can get the grass cut. It ain't enough.
But who are you fucking with? Where are you finding these? Where are you going?
I ain't saying I'm going. I'm just talking facts.
I'm just saying, like,
I'm just talking facts. You dig?
Stop going there.
But women gotta quit running niggas out the house.
No,
it ain't enough black men left. Talking about Sue-Ann and Becky and Paramount got the men.
Listen,
when Lucretia should have.
Man, listen. Let me say this to you. When there is a woman there is some intent there. Like I really like her, then I am going to make sure that I lighten her load. It doesn't always have to deal with money. Sometimes it is just about taking the garbage out and rolling the garbage.
It's the little things that count.
That's it. I want to know that you can be supportive and make my life easier, my everyday life. And if you don't want that, then I know you're not for me. A man that truly wants you is going to go out of his way to make sure that he is present in your everyday life.
And he gonna do whatever he has to do to make things right.
And that's the garbage.
And I agree. Real man, especially starting off, he's gonna try to, do all the right things right in the beginning. Because I'm not going to say we get comfortable, once we do get you and get in a relationship, but, those are signs that women look for in the beginning, if this man is going to take out the trash, is he going to cut the grass if he see my grass is kind of high, shit like that, so those are things that women look for when trying to find a real man.
So Dane, what is men looking for?
Okay, so listen, let me say this. When I really like you and I like your company and your mind and all of that, if I come over your house and I see you don't have no dish towel, the next time I come over, you will have dish towels because it is important to me that you have things that not only you need for your house, but that I have what I need to come over here and help you with your everyday life.
So what you're doing is saying what you want and what you like. And you're going to do something about it.
I'm willing to invest in what
I'm saying you're going to do something about it, but there's a lot of women, and women, please don't take it the wrong way. Like I'm knocking y'all, but I'm going to be real about y'all. And guys, too, I'm on y'all ass, too. Let's not get it twisted. But I'm talking about a woman right now. And how they run motherfuckers out the house because they think they own them. No, because they think they own them. No, see, it's control. And any woman or man that think they control a person, they're going to continue to lose.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to find no one that's going to be a puppet. I'm not a ventriloquist. You want me to stick my hand up your and move you around?
No, but if I say to you, baby, I know we just met, but when you came over the last time, I noticed that you didn't grab my garbage that was at the door.
And that's all fine.
That's really important.
That's a real woman saying what she wants.
Yeah. Can you please grab
I respect
it. Because I can't wait to get a man so I never have to take the garbage out again in life. But just like he's not going to have to wash his own clothes. He's not going to have to make sure he got a lunch every day. I'm going to make sure he has that. Everybody has a role to play. And I grew up in a household where my father took care of everything outside.
Okay.
And so
you had a father in your life. That's a beautiful thing.
And my father made sure my mother didn't never have to stop and get gas. She never had to get an oil
change. That's a beautiful thing.
She never had to cut. But guess what? He never had to wash a dish.
Yeah,
he never had to
But
cook.
See, your parents sound like parents who got it, though. They didn't demand that of each other. They loved each other. They wanted each other. They did what they needed to do for each other. And the other stuff was extra. They knew what needed to be did. Your mother knew what needed to be did to make him happy. He knew what needed to be did to make her happy. That's what I'm talking about. These days and time, women demand too much.
So what you saying?
Because if I'm happy, it's going to get done anyway. I know what needs to be done. I don't need you giving me a job, though.
Okay, so listen. Everybody got a job to do. Everybody. We can't be in a relationship and jobs not be defined.
Right.
That's real. I'm just saying. I don't want you demanding it of me. Because like I said, if I'm happy. See, your parents got it. They were happy. So they knew what they needed to do. I ain't saying they ain't never had an issue. I'll let you tell
They weren't happy. But the jobs were clarified.
Well, the job was clarified because he knew what she wanted. And she knew what he wanted. So when you got to understand it by just knowing what the person wants and y'all feeling each other, it's going to get big.
So why not just have a conversation? Why are we not having those conversations?
Communication is the key to success, y'all.
Yeah, I just feel like pillow talking to we're going to go back to this. Pillow talking to your new boo about your old boo that means that there's a deficiency somewhere. Exactly. That you are trying to compensate for something. So you're telling her how you were a victim. And I think that's bitchy. And I think for women, I think when women tell men about their exes, and women really are bad at telling way too much about their exes. And not realizing how your new boo is even receiving that information. If he'll use it to his advantage, or if he'll, try to not do that again. You don't know where he is. So telling too much information in the beginning, I think, is detrimental to a new relationship.
No, and I agree with you 100%. I'm going to piggyback on that. It can be detrimental to the relationship that you're getting ready to start with your new boo. You know what I mean? Releasing too much information, because you may say some shit that he may not like how you did what your ex. You know what I mean? He might like, hold on, shit, this bitch will do this same shit to me. You know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, pillow talk can be a good thing. And it can be a bad thing. Sometimes you just gotta kind of watch what you say, because at the end of the day, what pillow talk is nothing more than you're just grooming the next person that you're getting ready to be in a relationship with. And at the end of the day, that's what it is.
Stop talking so much. Yeah. And to me, everybody is different every 6 months. Everybody has been through new experiences every 6 months to a year. So what you have to do is now you have to move from the point you're at now. Stop going backwards and bringing up who you used to be if you're not that anymore.
And see, I'm with that committed shit. If I'm going to do this shit, we're going to do it right. You know what I'm saying? We're going to commit to this shit.
But what is right?
I mean, I'm just saying we're going to have respect for one another. We're going to communicate with one another. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you talk about that bitch too much, I'm going to think you still like her. And I'm going to tell you.
And see, that's the number one rule. No one should pillow talk with the next about the ex. That's over. Men. It's done.
Stop being men and talking about your
because it's not going to help you with the new moment.
It's not.
It's going to cause a problem. And women, when y'all go back telling that other guy about the other nigga, all y'all doing is setting yourself up for failure in the relationship for failure, because all you doing is teaching the guy the blueprint how to work your ass and run your
what
ass.
You were used to taking. And so most of the time he's going to give you.
So he going to be the nigga that come to your house with the boxers pulled up to his belly button and his pants sagging with his ass out.
He's not even going to take his pants off.
You know what I'm saying?
He's going to fuck you and fall asleep with his pants on.
You know what I'm
saying?
And
he going
to be driving
you
ain't
never seen that nigga feet.
And then he going to have LaQuisha in your house playing video games.
Stop.
And then be about 10 minutes late to get you from work.
Be who you are.
Because you want some athletics.
So you talking about baby boy.
Yeah. Be who you are today. And go forward with your boundaries.
Right. And females.
And don't go back.
And females, y'all tickle me. I understand sometimes you want a physical attraction.
What the fuck are you doing?
When females tickle me, I gotta get me a young nigga because his back strong. Go at it. Then next thing you know, when you go out, you tell your girlfriend, girl, I woke up, this nigga just stole out my purse. He done took my car keys. I had to fight LaQuisha and Ray. You know what I'm saying? That's bullshit.
Well, niggas
all for physical attraction.
Niggas do it too. Do you mean to tell me that men don't do the same thing? That they not physically attracted to a woman and then put themselves in a position to be robbed or taken advantage of?
I agree.
Okay, so let's stop saying women.
I agree.
All right. That's what's bugging the shit out of me. Okay.
I want it all.
People.
I want all the smoke, y'all.
People.
See, and this has been a great conversation. That's why I love talking with these two people right here. They keep it real, and this is always real talk. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's cool to, conversate and chop it up with your new boo, but try to keep your ex and your past relationships out of it.
Hey. Well, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. I'm gonna give y'all the last two words on this topic because we're gonna go on and get out of here. It was nice being with you people and keep joining me because I got a lot of content coming and we're gonna have it set up, man. Y'all can call in and do whatever you want. We're gonna get it in. We ain't gonna play, we ain't gonna hold back. Would you like to say anything, young lady, before we get out of here?
Yeah, I would just like to say, I would just like to say that let's just move forward from where we are today. Women and men both change daily. How you felt yesterday, you may not feel today. What you don't want to do is to give a person ammunition. Because I know if my man tell me too much about his ex and I ever meet that bitch and she froggy, I'm going to bring up all her shit. Yeah, I promise I am. So it's probably best not to give too much information because it can be used against you.
Right.
So let's just stick to the basics. Let's
live
simple.
Dang.
Yeah, and in my last words, LaShawn kind of pretty much hit it on the word. I mean, hit it on the nose. You can't be revealing too much of information of your previous relationships, because it's going to look bad going into your new relationships. So pretty much keep your motherfucking mouth closed. Do what you need to do to try to make things right in your new relationship.
And that's real talk. But y'all make sure y'all share, subscribe, and like the channel. It only helps the channel grow. You did. We're going to go and get out of here. But the special quote today is, pay attention to what you want and don't be too controlling and demanding in a relationship because it never works. Keep your mouth shut. Real talk. Hey.